America has never done anything for black people unless they were forced to. And that's what folks are responding to. So guess what? When people did march peacefully, a lot of folk were real quiet, Robert, but it's amazing how people start responding when stuff does get burned down. I'm not saying do it. I don't think it's good for us. But Janelle, you can shake your head all you want to, but I can walk you down history. I can walk you down every single civil rights act that was signed in the 1960s. Every single one was preceded by black blood being spilled, was preceded by riots, which were instigated in nearly every case by police brutality. We can go down the line. 64 Civil Rights Act, 65 Voting Rights Act, 68 Fair Housing Act. We can go down that line. America, Robert, for some reason, only responds to violence.
I guess encouraging violence
in the words of H. Rod Brown, violence is as American as cherry pie. So this is nothing new in this country. But to Janelle's point, I do think it's important for us to realize that we have to stop pretending that getting Donald Trump out of office is the solution to this. We cannot continue to simply say, vote Democrat, that will solve all of your issues, because guess what? When Obama was in office, we had the same problems. When Clinton was in office, we had the same problems. Hell, when Carter and when Kennedy were in office, we had the same problems. Kennedy famously said, I can solve your issues with the stroke of a pen, the stroke of my fountain pen. And we still haven't had these issues since then. So in addition to getting people to vote, in addition to making sure that we enfranchise people, we stop voter suppression, we stop voter intimidation, in addition to training and funding and so on and so forth, we have to make sure that we have an agenda which is set in stone, which is non-negotiable, which anybody who feels the need to campaign for the black community understands that this has to be met. I don't care how many wonderful fluff pieces you can put or performative justice that you like to articulate. Rand Paul spoke at the RNC convention last night. He has single-handedly held up the anti-lynching legislation in the Senate. How the hell is it 2020 and we're still fighting over anti-lynching legislation in the Senate?
And Robert, and guess who's quiet? Guess who's quiet about that? A whole bunch of black Republicans. A whole bunch of... And see, here's the deal. See, here's my whole deal. See, you're absolutely right. No one... It's not true. Please show. Please. Oh, no, Janelle. Please show me where black Republicans have actually released a statement or held a news conference or a Zoom call standing in unison to say, Rand Paul, you should stop. You should get out of the way of this act. Has it happened?
So here's the thing. When it comes to black Republicans, you're not going to see us stand up and do spectacles.
That's my point.
Well, if you let me finish, I'll explain to you what we're doing. So Senator Tim Scott just spoken to this morning. I sat on a panel this morning with the American Jewish Committee, and we talked about that particular piece of legislation. And so there are a number of black Republicans who are supporting that. Jerron Smith. There are a lot of black Republicans. But here's the thing. We know and we've seen over time that standing up and doing press conferences and creating spectacles have led to absolutely nothing. So what we're doing is working behind the scenes. So believe me, it will get done.
Here's the deal, Scott. Here's the whole deal. Scott, here's the deal.
Anything in return.
No, here's the deal. On this show, on my TV One show, every time we talk about voter suppression, when I say to black Republicans, when y'all gonna say something? Oh, no, well, we really can't get together, don't really say anything together, so we working behind the scenes. It's amazing how it's a whole lot of talk about behind the scenes, but don't a damn thing actually happen. The reality is
7,000 people released from prison that because of our behind the scenes
discussion.
No,
hold up. On the scenes, see right there. This is one of the mistakes that you also make. No. Actually, let me correct you, because see, let me correct you. No. Let me correct you about that particular bill. First of all, the bill that was passed in the House was very weak. When it went over to the Senate, it was held up by Durbin, Booker, Harris, also, Grassley, because they said this has to be greatly improved. The bill that Republicans wanted to do was a jail reform bill. When it got to the Senate, they said, no, this ain't coming through the Democratic Senate, coming through the Senate unless you change this bill. So this whole notion of, and that's 7,000, but I would have loved for you black Republicans, when there was a stronger criminal justice bill that Obama had proposed, I would have loved y'all had the guts to challenge Tom Cotton and Jeff Sessions and the Republicans who blocked it, because that was a much stronger criminal justice reform bill that was there for the taking when Obama was president. But Republicans stood in the way, and a bunch of black Republicans didn't say a damn thing.